Morning, guys. Want to go over just a quick few things here before we get started. There's lots and lots of questions about material. Everybody keeps saying, did we spray it with bed liner? The answer is no. We sprayed it with a pure polyurea that is completely waterproof. It's super flexible. This is overspray at half thickness. This is actually a test piece that we did. This is full thickness. This is how thick it is on the walls. I don't know what kind of a reference you can get there, but it's super flexible, stays flexible. You can get it cold, it stays flexible. It forms, it chemically bonds, it mechanically bonds to what we've got going on back here. The only disadvantage to this material is it's not UV color stable over a long period of time, so we actually top coat it with some paint. That just gives us color over a long period of time. It's also less expensive than the roofing material that we put on, so we decided to go that way instead of spray the whole thing with roof material and then still have to paint it because we didn't want the whole thing white. This is the roofing material that's sprayed, and again, this is just overspray. It's about a quarter thickness right now, but this is the flexibility of it. I had somebody joke last night that it looks like Flex Seal, and it kind of does, but it's definitely not. Super flexible. This, you can see, if this was any thicker, I couldn't stretch it. I'm not strong enough to move it, but you can see the elongation and how far it goes even at this thickness before it tears. So the whole point to wrapping it around, place is a mess, so we're just gonna get past that. The point to wrapping it around is where this transition is from the roof to the wall. That's the problem area. That's where everything starts going wrong, or one of the big areas, because you've got the walls moving and everything's twisting and turning and going down the road. Then you've got the transition, the roof material is screwed into the side and it's trying to hang on for dear life, and those screws start to get loose, start to weaken up. In one of my other videos, I labeled it what was holding it together. It shows the roof screws that were just completely gone. There's no screws holding any of this together. This is all a chemical and a mechanical bond into the texture of this stuff. The back wall, normally there would be a transition piece right there. The back wall is screwed together. It's really similar to the way it was at the factory. The difference is because I don't have dissimilar materials and because I can spray this, there's no transition here. It's all just sealed up. There's no place for water to get in. We sealed these in, so we can still move these around, but when we go to put the light fixture in, we can actually use a polyurethane caulk, which is very similar chemistry-wise to this, but it's not the same. It's just similar. But we can use a polyurethane in here that's actually going to chemically bind into this, seal this up, and boom, that light fixture is there forever. We went up into the windows. Notice this is the inside of the camper, and we sprayed up into the transition piece here so that when we go back and put the window in, we're actually going to put polyurethane into the window and then put it all together and bring it in so that you essentially have flashing right here. So if water ever does get coming down the side or do anything like that, all it's going to do is run into more wall material and the water's not going to have anywhere to go. Up on the roof, and this, I'm going to try to pull this shot off, but I'm going to go up on the roof and show what it looks like on the transition here. So, all right, so here's the roof material. It's all one piece, and when you come down, you see even the screws are completely sealed up, and there's no transition pieces or fixtures or anything like that. It's just sealed up. So water comes off the backside, runs down, and it's got nowhere to stop. It just keeps right on trucking right off the back end of it, and everything's happy. So hang on a second, I'm gonna hit pause and we're gonna go over another quick one. Last thing, this is not DIY stuff. Everything leading up to this, if you've got the skill to rebuild, you could rebuild it. We've talked to a couple of different logistics guys, and if you're 500 miles away from us and you want us to do this spray work, if you rebuild the camper, we could actually wrap it, bring it here, and spray it here, and then you could come and pick it up. So there's some logistics thought here, but this is a big piece of equipment. It's drawing a huge amount of power. At full load, it's pulling 60 amps of 3-phase, 230 volt. So there's a ton of power going on here. It's heating the chemical up. We're actually warming things up now. The A side, the B side heats up, the hose heats up. We're actually spraying at about 2200 PSI, so none of this is DIY. And this is how you get the results. The material to get the elongation, get all the material to come together and solidify and get a weatherproof, waterproof membrane. This is what you need. So a lot of DIY stuff, and we're going to keep showing you on the YouTube channel here. But this step is not. So we've got a huge punch list. We need to pull the bedroom slide out. I'll take another quick video of that. We're going to pull the bedroom slide out, spray it with this stuff, seal it up. We're going to put it back in, hopefully get some fixtures in this sucker. And the NHRA drags are here in town, and God willing and the creek don't rise, we're going to get this thing out there this weekend, but I don't know if we've got time. There's a lot to do. So anyway, we're going to get back to work. Thanks. Have a good day.